Hello, I'm NateBob27, and today I'm reviewing Bowser's Fury. Let's go. Okay, so I got some to admit. I don't like 3D World all that much. So when Nintendo announced a port to the Switch, I was unhappy to say the least. It was just another Wii U game to get out of the way and put on the Switch. But there was something that interested me, and that was Bowser's Fury. And I can't say is good. And this is exactly why I think is good. First, them graphics. This game looks amazing, which is surprising since it only renders at 720p. But it makes up for it because the obscene lighting and the colors all come together to make this game look phenomenal. Which is truly surprising because, like I said, again, it only renders at 720p. Which is a bad thing, but really it's not that bad. Next, gameplay. So, it's Mario. It's fun to control. It's Mario. I don't think anybody's surprised about that. But this game does have a unique feel. Though it does feel a lot similar to 3D World, it doesn't have any limited directional movement, and there's a new dive that was also in the Switch version of 3D World, but we're doing Bowser's Fury, and I like the dive. Makes it a lot more easier to play, and the ability to change your direction in midair is just really helpful anyways. But everything just feels really good and fun to play around with. I get the same feeling when I play this when I play Odyssey, where I just want to jump around and be an idiot. But with 3D World, it feels so bad, I just don't want to. So, Bowser Jr. When they first told us that we're going to have essentially what is a companion in Bowser's Fury, it worried me, because nothing is worse than your friends that just run ahead and do everything for you. Cough, Kirby Star Allies, cough! It worried me. So, going in, I was worried about that. But I can say it is not a problem because there are actual settings, difficulty modes. Please, other Nintendo games, take note. He's also really helpful. Even if you do set him to a lot of help, he actually isn't annoying and doesn't really make the game easier. He just grabs coins and defeats some enemies. But I got used to him doing it, and it didn't annoy me. So when I put him to no help, it actually screwed me up a little bit. So it's not as bad as you think. But if you're someone who's actually good at Mario, like not me, it might become a little annoying, but again, you can just set it to no help at all. And sometimes, if you want to get a good camera angle, it could be hard having Bowser Jr. in the shot always, but besides that, I can't see any problems with him. Okay, so we talked about the graphics, they're great. We talked about the gameplay, it's great. But what is your motivation? What's driving you forward? What are you collecting? Well, what's driving you forward is the story, which is not really anything. So instead of that, let's talk about the collectibles. Instead of in other games where you're collecting stars or moons or, I guess, flagpoles if you're a new Super Mario Bros. Fan, you're collecting cat shines. And instead of them being level-based, sort of like how it is in 64, and instead of it being in a huge, wide-open sandbox like it is in Odyssey, and instead of being at the end of the level like in New Super Mario Bros., they're just sitting all over the place. When you're in an actual, like, kingdom, like this version, see, like the islands, it is linear and given to you in order, but everything else, like the Plessy medals and the stuff where you just run around and find them. And it's it's not a true open world at first. It unlocks as you get more cat shines and as how you beat back sprawling sandbox, which definitely helps it. Okay, outro time. Now, this game is great. I'm pretty sure you could have picked that up already. I had almost nothing negative to say about it. I might even have enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Odyssey. And that's really saying something, seeing as this is a 2-hour-long campaign cobbled together with reused assets from a, 10-year-old game by now. But they pulled it off. The quality is amazing. And the idea of this little side story being added onto other ports and remasters and stuff like that, and also like stuff, it makes me think of like stuff like the new content in Pikmin 3 Deluxe, or some side story. Like, you can do so much with this idea. I could make an entire separate video, but what I want to say is that this game is unique. No other Mario game is like it. Odyssey is similar, as it's a sandbox, but it's kinda level based, as each kingdom cannot be accessed. It's not a true open world, but towards the end of this game it is. It's Breath of the Wild style, I swear. This game is an open world, and you can technically do all of it in any order you want with a few limitations, and Bowser Jr. is great. So all I want to say is that this game is great. This game is my jam. It's like my favorite Mario game, and it's a side story. So there you go. Them's my thoughts. That's why this is good. Goodbye.